to the channel, blood. Now, my name is Kaiser, and this is the channel where we talk about life, business, finance, and anything I want because it's my channel. Today's topic, blood, is going to be about debt and what it does to you, and about sort of my experiences living with debt in London. So a bit about me. I'm an accountant, so I would say I make pretty decent money for my age. I'm about 26, I'm gonna be 27 in May. I make pretty decent money for my age, and it's a few mistakes that I made straight out of university, right? So I get this really nice job at university, and the first thing I see is bare credit card offers, and I'm seeing 5k limits, I'm seeing £300 limits, capital one if you know. And I don't come from a lot of money, so I've never had like a lot of family or anything like that. So when I first saw it, I got really excited, and that is where they'll get you. They'll definitely get you by getting you excited. And trust me, you're not special if you get approved for a credit card. Like, you getting approved for a credit card doesn't really mean anything at all in the grand scheme of things, because they're gonna make money off you regardless. So here are just a few things that I've learned about, specifically about credit and what it's taught me about myself. The first thing it's taught me is that I care about how other people perceive me, and I was more than willing to spend a lot of money to ensure that I kept up that facade. And that probably is one of the worst decisions you can ever make, because people really don't care about you as much as you think. I think it's in your head. And when you get to a point where you're willing to literally go into a buttload of debt, yeah, just to buy things that you don't really need, to impress people that you don't really care about, logically it doesn't make sense. But this is the brilliant thing and the most interesting thing about credit cards, yeah, is that it's not dictated by logic. Like, you don't make money decisions based on logic, because if you did, I'm assuming everyone that watches this video, yeah, has some sort of competent level of thinking to the point where they know what's right and wrong financially. Like, if I ask someone, very rarely would they give me information that would be so out of the ordinary, that's so wrong. You get, people know how to use money, people know what responsible looks like, because everyone has a conscience. Do you get it? So you need to ask yourself, and like I asked myself, what is the purpose of this? Like, the things I'm buying on this credit card, yeah, considering I'm gonna have to pay it back, and if I don't pay it back by the end of the statement date or before the statement date, I'm gonna incur interest anyways. So I'm paying interest on things that I've bought on a card with money that I don't have, to impress people that I don't care about. And when I started to think of it like that,
What happened
it
here?
changed
She must have been
everything.
renovating. Henry must have borrowed the
Changed
truck. Gonk
everything.
always was good at
The
improvising.
next rule,
Maybe they're home.
you gotta ask
Try the
yourself,
intercom.
are you a credit card person or aren't you? And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to not be a credit card person. Like, for me, I don't think I'm a credit card person, but I understand
Right
that
then.
it is
Guess we keep
necessary
looking.
in order to build credit. And if I wanted to buy a house, or if I wanted to get a really good interest rate on a car, or anything like that, even like pay my internet bills, like, all of these people look at it, car insurance, etc. All of these different companies look at it, and I think, as much as you don't want to ruin it, it's important to sort of make sure you look after it. So the next rule, yeah, is you don't want to look at your credit card limit and say to yourself, yeah, this is the amount of money I can spend. You never want to look at it like that. What you want to do is, you want to say, let's say I get a Capital One, my first credit card, yeah, straight out of uni. Normally my first one was two bills, yeah, Capital One. What I did like a moron, yeah, was I racked it up. Literally, I think I spent around 120 quid in about 25 minutes. Like, I was hella excited. Super, super, super duper excited, right? But that's not what you want to do. What you want to be doing is you want to be spending no more than 30%. If you really want to look good, I would say take your credit card balance. Yeah.
You fucking god!
I'm recording this
Oh,
live, so
boy.
it's a bit difficult.
Sounds
To play
sadly
at the
familiar.
same time.
Doing here?
But this is what you do, yeah. You take your credit card balance,
Really your house?
We got
you
problems.
times it by 30%,
This is your
and that's how much
fucking
you can
pool?
spend. So let's say I've got 200,
You're gonna pay
times
for
that by
this, you
0.3.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be
And that's how
Wednesday
much
surprise?
I would spend.
Just so I can
Yeah,
come back
I
again.
obviously missed.
If you
a
want to
few
do it
beats.
even better, I would say
Looks like
don't
it.
spend more than 10%. So if you've got
So we flooded the pool
you've got a
with
credit limit of
concrete.
2 bills,
Die.
don't
Henry
spend any
did
more than
often get
£20, and
I
make
wish
sure that you
would
just
fucking die.
you put a direct debit in
Why
that just
am I
clears the full
standing
statement
tall?
balance at the
what
end of
happened
each
between
month.
them?
That way you're building
From what
good
I've come
credit
to
history.
understand,
You're not
the hell?
over leveraging, and you're showing to these companies that
then hit for
you
it.
can be responsible.
I
I
imagine that
can't
wasn't too
tell
hard.
you, man,
State of
yeah,
mind, either
how
out of it
important it
or in
is
rehab.
Go anywhere near
to ensure that you have
That
good
is-
credit. Like,
Till I
I
it's
gave
very,
not
very
I'll
important
whack
because
your fucking
the
head
way the
off.
world's going right now, yeah,
What about the concert?
is super
I've got a
expensive.
chance.
And in order to
Penny
somewhat
yet.
live and not
Doesn't look
Don't
good.
go
though.
live and thrive,
I
V,
lost
you
talk
need
to
my
him.
life.
Gary will
either
just
one,
make it
access
worse.
to a lot of cash, or
Not
two,
really my biz.
access to a
Go,
lot
go.
of credit
They'll
and
get
leverage.
past it in a sec.
That how you remember
Now,
me?
Gary didn't piss all over himself out of
considering
joy.
most
That's all
people's
it
habits, yeah, they're not gonna have a lot of cash, and they're not gonna have
This your backup?
decent credit.
In case you forgot why the hell you came here in the first place?
Can I kill this
Carrie
bitch, bro?
sent
What's
me.
going on?
About the concert.
What concert?
But yeah,
Why
where
isn't
was
he
I?
here talking to
Credit
me?
utilization.
We're bringing back
Yeah,
Samurai.
10%.
One night only.
That's what
Now-
he wants to get the crew together for?
Another
Sweet,
big
but
issue,
no
yeah.
fucking way. Not
Oh,
about to
another
play
mistake
with
that I
this
made.
shit stick.
Oh my days, bro.
Danny.
This is probably
No.
this probably
no
set
way.
me back. Yeah, probably.
Either him or me.
I would say
Choose.
Denny digs in her heels.
maybe
for a dog.
48 months,
How's it going?
almost 4 years.
Like
Yeah, because
shit, man.
guess what I did?
Danny
Yeah? I
wants
went to
me
go
out
out
of the
and
gig.
finance a Mercedes.
And we already agreed
Now-
on everything.
What?
The thing
Gary's
was about
paying
the
you?
thing was about the payment.
That's
yeah.
what this is
The
about?
payment was 250
Fuck.
for
So
C class. It
fucking
was a
great.
17 plate
So
C
you get
class.
him away
yeah,
from me. Get
250
the
a
fuck
month
off my lawn.
for 4
Don't
years.
make me choose.
Yeah, I think I got it in Essex. Then insurance
Maybe
was
if someone
another.
would tell me what
For
happened.
the first year, it
Are
was
you
like
blind?
3
Fucker
bills,
filled
3
my
bills a
pool with
month.
cement.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a good reason.
So I'm now paying 550,
Really? A reason?
550 per month
Rather
on
jam
a
with
car.
Henry.
And I'm not including
I got
fuel.
exactly no problem with Danny.
I'm not
joining
including
us.
fuel. I'm not including
Should have thought of that
maintenance.
sooner.
Oh, don't even get me
Get the
started
fuck
on
out of my
maintenance.
sight, all
So
of you.
550 now,
Fuck.
and I'm
Now I gotta
earning
find someone
around.
to clean
At this point, I'm on 35k.
What about
So
Ned?
take home, that's
Is he on
about
board?
Yep.
roughly
it all
2.2. Luckily, I wasn't paying rent at the time, so it seemed
Taking care
affordable.
of business.
Yeah, 2 years later,
Old times.
I now need to pay rent.
You're right.
Now, my rent at the time
Okay, about all we
was
can do.
1.3.
Except
Keep
wait
in mind,
for
my
Nancy
take
to
home,
call.
yeah, is 2.3. So 1.3 on rent, already fucking ridiculous, yeah. Then I've got another 5 bills on top of that for my car, yeah.
Sorry it played out like that.
So leaving me what?
Fuck.
With
I
about a
got no
couple
idea
bills to
who you
play
are,
around
why
with
you
that
stepped
has to
into
fit
all
into
this.
like
So save your breath
electricity.
and
At this
go,
point, I'm living by
okay?
myself, so
Look at what
electricity,
Henry did to her.
food,
Didn't
council
you have a
tax,
good reason to turn
water,
drama monger?
literally
She's
all
not
this
such
stuff
a
here,
raging
and I'm thinking
bitch
to myself,
normally, so doubt it was about the
First of
concrete
all,
in the pool.
I live very
Actually,
close
kind of funny,
to London Bridge, so, and I work in a city, so I was never going to use my car to drive to work. More time I'd use it to get like, maybe go like Costco on a weekend or maybe football on a Wednesday or something like that. But it was never, like, to be spending the amount of money that I spent on that car. And at the rate I was driving, it just didn't make any feasible sense. And then obviously, life's happened now, and I've lost my job. Now, I've lost my job now. I haven't even got that much savings to fall back on. And then all of a sudden, you've got rent now. You've got rent, I've got my car payment, I've got all these other bills that I need to pay. With no bread, with no job, yeah? Keep in mind, this was all self-sabotage because I didn't want to just get the normal Corsa. I didn't want to have to go and do that. So what did I do? I went to go finance a fucking Benz for no reason. And it was brilliant up until 4 years, yeah, until the warranty went off. Now, as soon as the warranty falls off, yeah, all of a sudden my car decides to break down. And that's when I was like, you know what? I've held this L. I've paid off the car now. I've paid a stupid amount of interest. And I just cannot be bothered, yeah, to be fixing this car because this Mercedes had about 80k miles in it. I got it at 35 about 5 years ago now. I got it at 35 about 5 years ago. Racked up about 40 to 50k miles on it in those 5 years, and that is when it just started to break down and fall apart on me. So I just kept it stepping from there. So now I don't really have a car, and I've just had like a mini, I don't want to say mini epiphany, but I've just realised that certain things just don't matter, innit? For example, the car you drive. Drive what's affordable to you. And how I'm going to do it going forward now, I watched a video, I think his name is Richard Huang or Humphrey Huang. Something like that. He's an American YouTuber, yeah. He follows this rule where you put 20% down, no longer than 4 years, and it has to be less than 10% of your monthly income. So for example, let's say someone's making 40 bands a year, yeah. After national insurance and all of that, after they take off everything, that's roughly around 2.5, if you're lucky 2.6. So 10% of that, let's use the lower side and say 250, yeah. So 250. Now, you would be tempted to try and extend that budget because 250 a month, you're gonna have to put some money down as well. So 250 a month, 250 a month plus insurance. So we have to be somewhat realistic in it and decide what kind of car do you need and how often you drive. Because do you want a car to show people, yeah, I drive this car, or do you just want a car to get to A to B, or from A to B, or whatever you want to say? That's the way I do it. That's why I'm going to do it from now. I'm going to try to keep everything within that 250 budget. If I was under 40k, I'm making 40k. This is how I do it. Because I think it's the most feasible way. Like, there's nothing wrong with these luxury cars, innit? That's not mine. I have no qualm with a luxury vehicle. But it's like, we need to come together as a community and just decide for ourselves.
Come on out.
What are we doing this image going for? Like, who are we trying to impress? And it's like, my mindset's shifting a bit because true wealth, yeah, the people that have the most money look the brokest. You get, like, most people that have the most money look the brokest, and it's like, who am I trying to show off for, kind of thing. And yeah, ever since I've changed my mindset when I think about stuff like that, that's why I'm very, very careful when it comes to debt, and I'm like, I'm a lot more serious with my financial decisions, but because I think this world's heading to shit, if I'm being honest. I think it's going to be so expensive to live here. Like I said before, you're either going to need a fuck ton of cash or access to a lot of credit in the next probably 10 to 15 years, in my opinion. So I'll suggest you man take your finances seriously now. Don't make the mistakes that I made. Remember, people do not care about you as much as you think. Yeah. And the only people you should care about are those people that are closest to you, the ones that you've known for God knows how long. In God's name, you have friends like that that are there for you and willing to look after you. The most important things in this life, yeah, are all intangible. The most important things in this life don't cost a thing. Do you get it? It's your family, it's your friends, it's the people around you. And those people aren't gonna care about stuff like that. or materialistic stuff like that if you pick the right people around you. And that's just the way I see things, guys. So, obviously, this channel is going to be. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things. I'm going to be talking about another big thing, weed, and different vices, and sort of things people use to just cope in it. But yeah, hope you man enjoyed this video. My name is Kaiser. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see. This is sort of my style in it, so I like cyberpunk. I think cyberpunk can show us a lot about the world, and I think it's actually, I think it's an actual masterpiece. Cyberpunk is. So yeah, I love this game. This is the game I'll be playing and just talking about life and different topics. So yeah, hopefully you man enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you man in the next video. Oh. Am I gonna die? Yeah. I'm gonna have to get down here somewhere. Can I make that? Let's find out. Oh!